some tales that are good for tourism, and then there are others that ain't. And stories about Buffalo City are not exactly the kind of tourists are gonna flock to, if you catch my drift. There have been people disappearing out there ever since the first settlers came here. My time with the department, we pulled 22 bodies out of there. And that was just the ones that we could find.
What do you think happened to them?
I think the swamp decided to keep them.
So you can go out in those swamps by yourself.
That's the plan.
What's up, Outer Banks? I'm Sue Arts with OBX Entertainment and OBXE TV. And today we have a very special guest. We have director Raymond Wallace, and you have made a film called Lost in Buffalo City, and it's filmed right here in the Outer Banks.
Absolutely, right here in Derrick County.
Nice. So are you originally from here?
I'm not. I'm actually from the mountains in Virginia, Lynchburg area, and moved down here about almost 3 years now. To work for Derrick County, doing video work for them.
Nice, nice. So, do you like it here?
The first year was a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. The winters take some getting used to.
Yeah, it totally does.
Once I got through that, yeah, I'm starting to enjoy it more.
Nice, nice.
The summers are a little rough with traffic, but you know, overall it's a good place.
Yeah, we like the spring and the fall, especially
Yes.
October.
Yeah, it's the best time of year to come here, really.
Yeah, the weather's still great and everything. So, how did you get into filmmaking?
I actually went to school in Maine for video production,
Nice.
and kind of been making little short films and videos ever since. And then finally just reached a point this past year where it's like, you know, might as well poop or get off the pot and get it done. So why not try to make something awesome, and hopefully that's what we did.
So did you have this idea for Lost in Buffalo City, or did you come up with it after you got here?
I came up with it after I got here. What happened was I was doing research for a documentary I was hoping to do about Buffalo City, and foolishly decided to go out into the swamps by myself and see if I could find something. Got lost in the woods, got a little scared, had some strange experiences, and came back home and thought, wow, that would actually make an interesting short.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was like all like kind of real?
Yeah, the good first portion of the film is real life experience.
Yikes. Wow. So where is exactly Buffalo City, so I know not to go there?
It's actually great for kayaking. It's about 15 to 20 minutes west of Manio, out in the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. There is a great kayak launch, and there's a bunch of kayak tours that happen out there, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The swamps, if you're not
that's like super scary itself. Just
and especially if you're out there by yourself, and you hear things screaming and stuff. It gets weird, but it is a gorgeous area, and hopefully we're able to show a little bit of that in the film.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So I know that there's not a huge cast in the film, but those who are local.
Yes.
So how did you meet those guys?
A lot of the talent actually came from Theater of Dare, local community theater here. The one actor who wasn't actually was our lead, John, who was from New York, and I actually came across him because of our DP, Parker Michael's Boyce. Kind of had this idea of introducing him, kind of bringing him in to see if it would work or not. So we did some auditions with some local actors and him, and he ended up being the best pick, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, well, he does a great job. I've I really feel in the moment when he's out there. And
yeah, we were definitely lucky to get him. But then, you know, the other cast members were super awesome. Terry Sneed, I think, did an amazing job as Davison, and Stuart Parks did an awesome job as Ed, and his son Oliver played our little ghost child, who it's one creepy kid.
Yeah.
He did his job well, so we were very lucky.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting film. So, what are your thoughts, like, on possibly, I don't know, because you kind of almost, I don't want to do a spoiler or anything, but the end, like, you're kind of like,
yeah.
Are you hoping, like, or have you thought of what happens next?
Yeah, we've definitely thought a lot about it. I know for me personally, I think, well, spoiler alert, John's dead. That's how I saw it. It would be cool, I think, if we could do a whole series out of it, because personally I think the Davison character, I think it would be interesting to follow him and his story as he kind of goes out to get revenge, so to speak, of the swamp. Or, you know, I mean, there's a lot of different angles we could take with it, so
Yeah.
if you know, if we're able to do it, that'd be awesome, and who knows, maybe one day.
Nice.
Hopefully soon.
Very cool. So, what are your thoughts on just the film industry in North Carolina itself?
I think there is amazing, great potential, especially here in the Outer Banks. You know, we have amazing locations, amazing scenery, and we're somewhat fortunate in the fact that it's kind of quiet here over the fall and winter time, which is kind of ideal to bring productions in and do stuff. I'm not fully versed in the whole financial aspect, and I know that the state has kind of cut back a lot on that, and I heard Governor Cooper's trying to rebuild that, which would be nice.
Yes.
But I think there's great potential, and I think that this would be a great place to kind of jump into that potential and maybe lead the way a little bit more. I know Wilmington does amazing things down there, but I think the northern part of the state, especially northeast, has kind of been overlooked for a little bit. So
yeah, that's what, because we just look at it and, you know, especially like you said, the winter is so slow and hard here. You know, just any kind of film would bring so much work here, and just it would definitely benefit our whole economy. And like you said, we have the ocean, we have giant sand dunes, Currituck, the swamps, you know, so definitely.
And North Carolina, I mean, it's a great state. It's, I mean, not just, you know, Outer Banks, but also the western part. I mean, the scenery everywhere. It's vast, vast territory.
Yeah.
Great locations.
Yeah, for sure. So, who were like your influences when you were growing up and decided that you wanted to get into film? Like, who's your favorite?
Yeah. Definitely as a younger kid, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, you know, Robert Zemeckis. But as I got older, I definitely started to appreciate George Romero more, Peter Jackson, and kind of other directors who started pretty much from nothing.
Right.
And didn't really do the film school route and kind of made it their own. I think that's probably the biggest inspirations for me.
Yeah, for sure. So do you have an all-time favorite movie?
It changes every year. Probably Close Encounters of the Third Kind is one that I always go back to. But like over the past 2 years, I think The Witch just blew me away. I was actually watching that in the theater when I was like, I could make Buffalo City happen.
Yeah.
So let's say probably right now, for the next couple months, it's going to be The Witch.
Nice. So I know your Lost in Buffalo City is about to break out everywhere, and you submitted to like a lot of festivals, and you've been accepted to a lot. So do you have any travel plans in the near future?
We'll be hitting the festival circuit, traveling to Arizona, which will be the premiere for the film, and then trying to coordinate schedules, because I think there's about 6 in the state over the next month that we're trying to figure out who can go where.
Nice.
From everywhere from Asheville to Raleigh to Greensboro, and then, you know, here at home, which we're super excited about.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's another in Tennessee, and that's it for right now. But we expect more announcements to come over the course of the next couple of weeks.
Awesome. Yeah, we're really excited to show Lost in Buffalo City. If you want to see it on the big screen.
Yeah. Which we're super excited about to be able to show it
Yes.
at home in
Yes.
the local theater. That's really big for us.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, and it does make it, a lot of our filmmakers from last year, they were just amazed at seeing their movies on a real big movie theater screen. So
It's an awesome experience. So
nice.
very looking forward to it.
So finally, what is your favorite thing to do on your day off?
I actually don't have many days off. I work a lot trying to pay for these kind of side projects. Recently, I actually did a 48-hour film challenge with some friends in the area and out of Norfolk, and we actually won second place for film and best cinematography, which we were super pumped and super excited about.
Awesome.
So basically, a lot of my free time is making movies or editing weddings and doing the summer Outer Banks work thing.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming over and
Yeah,
giving
thanks for
us
having me.
some of your time. And again, we're super excited to see you again at our film festival, October 26th, 27th, and 28th
Yes.
of this year.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
Yep, the schedule is to be determined, but hopefully you'll be there and
Absolutely.
people
Won't
will
miss
get to meet you and ask any questions they might have.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, I'm Sue Arts again with OBX Entertainment and OBXE TV, and we'll see you next time.